Hello and welcome to this week's episode of A Day in the Life of Johann Goree. It's 7:45 in the morning on Monday morning. I'm just getting everything booted up on the computer, doing all my final sound checks and live stream checks, internet speed checks, ready for my joining the Ask the Accountant weekly podcast. Aaron Patrick will be joining me today as usual, and he'll be leading the session today. We've got some great different topics to look at. So we're looking at Todd. We're going to talk about line books. We're going to talk about Apron. We've got lots of different news bits to bite and talk about. Actually, we've probably got more than we need. So we're probably going to have to roll some of it into next week, which is interesting because we don't have enough content every week normally to actually fill it out, and we have to filibuster a bit. Whereas this week is one of those weeks when we've just got so much, we probably won't get through it all. But that's fine. We can always move some bits on it if we needed to. That's fine. We've also got to make an apology. So Aaron's going to make a formal retraction and correction statement, as it were, because we misassociated some softwares together. So we said GoProposal was using another software for AML, and we actually miscommunicated that. It should have been a different name. So we need to clear that up. But that's fantastic. It's part of the ability of going live. We're going to make mistakes, but our audience hold us to account and correct us, which is brilliant. We love that. Once I've done that, so that finishes at 9:30, I've then got to shoot into a taxi and get down to the train station because I'm running down to Newcastle for a couple of hours worth of meetings. I'm heading to Sage head office in Newcastle where we're going to have the meetings. I can't tell you what they're about. Top secret. That will become clear in the coming months. And then straight back up the train tracks back to this office to finish the day. And then the rest of the week is going to be basically in the office because tomorrow on Tuesday I should have been at the Accounting Excellence Awards. On Wednesday I should have been at QuickBooks Roadshow in Brighton. But because of the train strikes on Wednesday, I can't get to London without not being able to get back. And I can't, if I'm in London or in Brighton, I can't get back either. So I've had to pull out of the Accounting Excellence Awards, which is a shame. I was looking forward to joining the Employment Hero team at their table. But I also can't go to the Brighton bit, but that's okay because QuickBooks have said not enough people can go because of the train strikes. So we're going to reschedule it. So this week's all going to be in the office apart from today where I'm heading off to Sage head office. And we've got some softwares to implement. I've got some client meetings. And I've also got a new team member starting who's going to be heading up our newly formed credit control unit, who will be launching a brand new credit control service to our clients. So follow me this week as we look at launching new services and mystery trips to Newcastle. Okay, so it's 7:15 on Monday night. That's my day over. I'm just uploading footage now, ready for producer Lizzie to start putting stuff together for this week's video. Really good day today. Started the day off with a very good Ask the Accountant podcast where we've put out a competition. And the competition is to give us a name for the weekly show. So we've got Ask the Accountant Grid Walk for when we're going around showing off the different conferences and what's there. We've got Ask the Accountant, We've Got Cool Friends, when we sit around a table with a pint in a pub and interview them and chat about what they're up to and how they do things. Then we have Ask the Accountant, Pit Stop Podcasts, which is our live recordings of podcast episodes with anyone that wants to book in at conferences. So we felt we really needed a new title for Ask the Accountant, which is the weekly Monday at 8:30, every Monday episode. And the prize is going to be a complete set of Top Trump cards from the Ask the Accountant Top Trump card set. So it's a good prize. Lots of people are already suggesting ideas. So if you've got any ideas, then why not stick them in the comments and we'll put them in the pot. So after the Ask the Accountant episode, I then quickly grabbed my nuclear bag, or nuclear football as I call it, which is everything I need in my bag to go to work on anywhere across the country, and jumped on a train down to Newcastle where I was visiting Sage. Now, I can't tell you why I was at Sage head office, but that will all become clear in the next couple of months. What I can tell you though is it wasn't to sell Client Engager, as a few people have already speculated. And I'm really looking forward to when I can tell you what that is, because that was a really good day at Sage head office. I have to say, Sage head office is in Newcastle. It's probably one of my favourite software offices I've been to so far. I thought QuickBooks' offices were good. Sage is huge. 2 huge buildings, both with their own independent Starbucks, both with their own delis. Like, the scale of it all was just phenomenal. All the rooms kitted out with the latest tech. Yeah, really impressive facilities at Sage. So I look forward to showing you that in the coming months when it all becomes revealed. But that's it for today. As I say, ask the accountant. Got a couple of hours work done on the way down to Newcastle from Edinburgh on the train. Got a couple of hours work done on the way back. So join me tomorrow and we'll see what the day has in store for me tomorrow. Good morning. It is 5 to 8 on Tuesday morning. Today is going to be a series of meetings, basically. So every Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock, we have the Client Engager team meeting. So this morning, I'm hoping to walk away from that with a fairly finalised roadmap to get us from now till Christmas with all the latest updates we're going to do. It's taken a while to get the next stage of the roadmap pinned down just because we've been doing so many little things. But hopefully we'll have an idea of the major releases between now and Christmas by the end of today. Following that, I've got my usual client manager meeting. So that's all the client managers within our team will meet. They meet every Tuesday. This Tuesday is just a catch up about all of our clients. Next Tuesday will be a training session and we rotate in that order. I've got a couple of Client Engager demos today, and then I've also got a meeting with a client. We're going to go and have a coffee and catch up about what his plans are for the next year or two ahead. He's done exceptionally well with his business. During COVID, he managed to get by very well, and he's just been going from strength to strength since COVID. So we're looking forward to having that chat with him and just seeing what's going to happen next and what does he want advice on. So yeah, so that's Tuesday. Let's see what happens. Good morning. It's Wednesday morning. I'm acutely aware I didn't do a summary video yesterday for the day. Really good day in the end, give or take a few bits. The client demo at 10 o'clock didn't happen. They didn't show up for Client Engager. But what we did finalise yesterday was the roadmap from now until December 2023, so the end of the year. Absolutely tons of great new features coming out for Client Engager. We then shared that last night in the Client Engager group on Facebook. Loads and loads of fantastic comments and likes and stuff and interaction. So that's gone down really positively, which is great. The second Client Engager demo at 2 o'clock was a training session, so it only took 15 minutes, quick and easy. Users very happy with the software, just wanted to know how to do a few certain bits in it. And then I had my team meeting, so the client manager's weekly meeting yesterday as well. That went very well. We went through some new softwares that were, or software updates that had rolled out to some of the softwares we were using, such as Apron. So we use Apron for payroll payments and bill payments in bulk. They had a new update in both their pricing structure, which is a very positive one, which makes a pleasant change. Most softwares at the moment are just putting their prices up. Apron are making it more cost effective to use them, basically, with a new pricing model. And they also launched a client hub for us to be able to see all of our clients on it on. So that was really good. So we went through that. Rebriefed the team on what we're looking for to use on Linebooks, which was good. And then yesterday evening, well, late afternoon, I met up with a client. He's been with us 3 or 4 years now, 4 years actually. So he started his business. He opened the doors. He got the keys for his little sandwich shop 4 years ago this weekend coming up. And he's done incredibly well. His business plan was like a couple of £100,000 a year, him and two other employees doing sandwiches, salads, cakes, hot drinks, breakfast rolls. He has destroyed that business plan. Basically, he's closing in on £500,000. He's looking at now getting a production kitchen. He's looking at launching a street van to go around to different locations. His office catering business side of the business is thriving as well. Which, considering he was meant to be one of those types of businesses that was going to suffer during COVID, it just shows what actually hard work and well-focused spending can achieve. You know, he didn't spend on marketing and advertising. He didn't spend on gallivanting around or anything like that. He just got the business running profitably and efficiently as best he could. And one of the things he's very good at is efficiencies. So, you know, when you watch him train his team, it's like, right, you do this, press the button on the coffee machine. While that's doing that, you're going to do this with your bacon and sausage rolls, blah, blah. So it's always stuff going on. So yeah, I love having client meetings like that, especially when he's been my client for the last 4 years and I've watched him grow from starting out all the way through to today where he's planning a production kitchen. That leaves me some cash flows to draw up for him so he can see where he is today, what the production kitchen is going to do to his cash flow, and when the right time is going to be to do that, and what's affordable for the production kitchen from rent and utilities and stuff like that. So yeah, really positive call there. Then had a less positive call. One of our new clients came to us unaware of quite a significant debt with HMRC. You know, he takes some responsibility for it, but the old accountant was very old school, lacked in any form of communication. Everything was last minute and didn't really communicate what his tax liabilities were in certain areas. So, yeah, he's having to review his options basically as to whether his business is now viable. So 6 o'clock last night, I was liaising with him. I was liaising with Peter, our insolvency expert that we use for every case. And you know, that's what I love working with Peter, because 6 o'clock at night I can drop him a message saying, is it okay to have a chat? I've got a client in a mess. And he'll give me a ring when it suits him that night. And then I can ring that client and go, right, this is what we're going to do. Don't panic. Here's the plan. So yeah, so the client was extremely grateful and appreciative that we don't just shut off before 9 and after 5, though we just crack on. We're there to support. So yeah, highs and lows yesterday, highs and lows, and even the lows, like the client struggling, was the feedback we got from supporting him into the evening was phenomenal. So it makes it all worth it. So on to today. It's Wednesday. I've not got a huge amount in my diary today. Today was meant to be a QuickBooks day, hence the QuickBooks t-shirt. But because of the train strikes, I couldn't get down to London and more importantly, I couldn't get back from London, or from Brighton even, where we were meant to be. So the original plan was yesterday, shoot down to London for the Accountancy Excellence Awards, then down to Brighton today, but I couldn't get from London to Brighton. And I certainly couldn't get from Brighton back to Scotland tonight. So I had to pull the plug on those plans. And to be fair, QuickBooks rescheduled the whole Brighton event because of the train strikes. So today I've got our daily morning check-in with the team. I've got Client Engager demo. I've got a meeting with Linebooks to discuss potentially an API between Client Engager and Linebooks, which could be quite interesting. Got another Client Engager demo. And then I've got QuickBooks Labs podcast. So we'll be doing our monthly QuickBooks Labs podcast to the nation, telling them about all the update. And then tonight is my weekly Q&A session for the Facebook group for Client Engager, where I'll go through everyone's questions. I'll do some deep dives and we can go from there. So yeah, busy day, even though I'm not meant to have had anything in the diary. It soon fills up. So yeah, I will check in with you all later. Okay, it's 9:15 on Wednesday evening. I've not long finished my Client Engager question and answer session that I do live every week. It was really well attended again, lots of great questions, lots of new people on there that I've not seen before, so word is spreading really well. It's been a really good day. Great first team meeting in the morning. Everyone's really excited and enjoying life at the moment, which is always a benefit. Had a great lots of client engager demos, both turned up, both lots of questions, both really excited about the product. We had a meeting with Alan from Linebooks, and we'll be looking to work with him closely with Client Engager in the coming months and into the new year to see if we can't do an integration with Linebooks for our users on Client Engager. Which, Linebooks is like Client Engager from the point of view, it's built by an accountant for accountants, and we are finding huge value of it in our firm already, so really excited about that. And then this afternoon we did our QuickBooks Labs. So myself, Charlie and Aaron were live streaming to the nation as per usual on QuickBooks Labs. Covered lots of topics from their practice management product through to some of the things that are coming out in the US that we're hoping are going to come over to the UK, and whether they're going to be good or bad or indifferent, shall we say. So yeah, some really good content there. Really good discussion. We've got very, very different points of view on things, so it's always nice to have that debate. And then, yeah, this evening was finished off with the Client Engager group session. We went through the roadmap that we've just announced. So that got announced to the Client Engager community last night from the meetings I'd had on Tuesday. So I wanted to go through that and explain what all that was. And then we had a good 45 minutes, 50 minutes worth of Q&A. So all our users just asking us what we're doing, how things work, what should we do this, how should we do that. So yeah, absolutely fantastic session. So I'm now going to get all my footage uploaded and follow my new daily routine before heading in and going to bed, basically. So yeah, that's Wednesday, done and dusted. Good morning. It's a couple of minutes past 8 o'clock on Thursday morning. I've been in about 10 minutes. I had to review a template for a management report for a team member. So I've got a client manager having a management report meeting today. And she just wanted me to give a bit of an overview of the report and the template she's used to make sure it's right. So I've done that and it's all good. Always really easy to do stuff like that with SIF Analytics. Today's a really quiet day in the diary. It says touching wood. Basically, I've just got 2 Client Engager demos. That's all that's booked in at the moment, which is lovely. So I'm going to take advantage of the gap between the 2 demos, and I'm going to go and have a coffee, change of scenery, and I might be going into the O2 store. So yesterday, Google announced the Pixel 8 and Pixel 8 Pro, and whilst I have been an iPhone user for many years now, many years, probably 8 years plus now. The iPhone and the iWatch isn't something I've ever been overly passionate and in love with. Like, don't get me wrong, the iPhone 13 Pro that I use to film all this stuff with, absolutely fantastic as a filming camera. It's good as a phone and stuff, all that good stuff, but it's fine. I love my MacBook Air. I love my iPad Pro. I love my iPad Mini. I love my Mac Mini Pro 2. I couldn't be without those. But the phone, the watch, I take it or leave it, if I'm honest. And I've only taken it because I've not really seen anything better on the market. But I am due an upgrade for my iPhone 14 Pro, which is my everyday use phone. And I have technically got a order in place for the new iPhone 15 Pro. That's not due to turn up for another month yet. So I've been watching all these videos about the Pixel 8 and the Pixel 8 Pro. And whilst the phone itself's not overly amazing, I'd say it's on par with the iPhone. The battery life could be a bit better, which is good. You know, I spend a lot of time on the phone, so any improved battery life is always going to be a good thing for me. But the quality of life features, as Google call them, are exciting. So the Pixel 8 Pro comes with a upgraded AI phone screening tool that helps answer the phone on your behalf and prompts you as to whether you want to take the call or not, because it asks the person what they're calling about. I get a lot of calls and I miss a lot of them because I'm busy, or I'm kind of halfway through something. I don't know who's calling me. I don't know whether it's worth taking the call or not. So that call assist alone is going to be really powerful for me. Along with things like Android's got this amazing feature that why Apple will never develop it, I don't know. But when I'm sat in a meeting and my phone starts ringing, on Apple, I have to pick up the phone, double press the side button so it will silence and then cancel the call. In Android, I just turn it upside down. There's quite a lot of quality of life features in there that are quite appealing to me. But what's really got me thinking is the AI tools in it. So Google Pixel, as you might assume, has got Google Bard powered in it. And some of the use cases they presented last night for that are phenomenal. It's going to make replying to messages quicker. Because someone's going to message you and it'll read that message and it'll suggest a reply and stuff like that. So yeah, it's the AI bit that's got me really excited. It's also doing some incredible magic with the photos and the video. Like, that's proper voodoo stuff. But I'm really excited by the concept of this phone. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue with my iPad Pro and my iPad Mini and my Mac Air and my Mac Mini Pro 2 as an ecosystem, which powers everything I do for work and my note-taking, everything. But I think I'm going to change my ecosystem for my phone, watch and headphones up. I think I'm going to go to Google, and I think I'm quite looking forward to it. Even the Google Buds have got some incredible intelligence. So the Apple AirBuds, like AirPods, I've got the Pro 2s, and they're great. But when I start talking, they just reduce the volume of what I'm listening to. Google pauses it and turns on transparency mode without any effort. So I'm not reaching for my headphones to take them out so I can hear my wife or hear the person at the coffee shop or whatever else is going on. Or, you know, the train conductor. Just the other day, I had my headphones in on the train going down to Newcastle, and a train conductor came up, wanted my tickets, and then he started talking to me. I had my headphones in, so I had to take them off because I couldn't hear him. Whereas the Google Buds seem to be able to deal with that, which is quite cool. So yeah, so the AI power in the Google Pixel is extremely exciting. So I think after about 8 years of using my iPhone as an everyday carry, I'm going to go to the Pixel 8 Pro. I'm going to give that a go. You know, I'm on a switch guaranteed contract with O2, so it means I can switch up whenever I need, as long as it's not been less than 3 months. So if it doesn't work, it's not the end of the world. I can go back to Apple. But I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to a change in user interface. I'm looking forward to a change in phone design and the design language. I'm looking forward to the improved everyday quality of life features that Android brings compared to an iPhone. So yeah, I will be going to the O2 store this afternoon and placing my order, which is not something I was planning on doing, to say the least. But I have to say, it's looking pretty cool as a phone. The software and the AI in it is just incredible. So yeah, that's my day ahead. Should be a very enjoyable day. Okay, it is 5:20, so quite a respectable finishing time for me today, which is nice. It's been a good day. We've got quite a bit of work done, continued the transfer of clients from Dex to AutoEntry, which is going really well. The AutoEntry software is working exceptionally well for our clients. We're really happy with that. 2 really good client engager demos today. And and we are celebrating. We've just hit 500 members in our Practice Management Excellence group by Client Engager. So that's 500 people that are using, trialing, or looking at trialing the practice management software, which is absolutely incredible. We only just started that earlier this year, so we're really excited to see it grow so quickly. So one of the disappointing bits of news today was one of the podcast pit stops we did at the Accountex Manchester event was from a software provider. And unfortunately, they've chosen to request that it's deleted and removed. It never went public, but they've asked it that we delete it and we don't publicise that one. Basically, someone from them did a podcast with us. The senior team haven't approved it and aren't happy with it, basically, in line with their brand and stuff. Not that anything bad was ever said about them or anything else. It just wasn't pre-approved. So disappointing, considering we used a slot. Someone else lost out on podcasting when we only had 13 slots and we had over 40 people trying to book in. So, someone else could have had that slot, which is disappointing, but never mind. Plus, producer Lizzie sat there and edited that to send it over for approval, and then approval not to be given at all is, it's frustrating, but it is what it is. And that's about it for today. It's been a good day. And I have officially cancelled my iPhone 15 Pro order and replaced that order with a Pixel 8 Pro. So a week tomorrow, so on Tuesday the 12th, I'll be going and picking up my new Pixel phone. Why have I gone Pixel? Well, like I said this morning, that it kind of turned my head a bit. It's the AI, the camera, the video tools, they're all very, very good. And those quality of life improvements are fantastic. So yeah, I bit the bullet. I've decided after 8 years I will get that phone. So watch out for that content on how I get on with it. It's been 8 years since I've used an Android phone. Let's see how I get on with the UI. Let's see how I get on with the phone, the battery life. There's so many unknown factors there for me. And I'm excited to try all the new Google Bard AI features built in, so that'll be good. So that's it for today. Another day and lots done. So these office days are always quite productive, which is good considering I am out of the office so much next week. But at least next week, you guys are going to have lots and lots of different bits to see rather than just watching me stand here and work. So yeah, fantastic day, and I'll see what happens tomorrow. Hello and welcome to Friday. It's actually 12:25. I've had a somewhat busy morning. It's always days when my diaries are pretty empty that my mornings go mental, and so do my afternoons for that matter. So I'm about 4.5 hours behind filming this. I was in the office for about 8 o'clock, got in, there were some emails, so I dealt with that. I've got quite a few team members off today, so my operations manager Jade, she's off, Scott's on holiday, Vicky's getting ready to be off next week. Quite a lot of the Kent team are off today as well, which is all fine. It just means I'm on call for the rest of the team that are working to make sure everything's all right and to support them with any challenges. Add on top of that, it's VAT deadline day tomorrow, so we're just chasing those final VAT returns to be signed off. But yeah, so busy morning, a really good client demo today, client engager demo today. They were very clear what they needed as a payroll only firm, which is incredible. And the sizes of payrolls they deal with means they really need some complex logical based workflows. So I actually advised them on the different provider to go to who's really got that nailed. So I was quite clear with them, Client Engager is not going to be able to do what they're going to want it to do. I'm not going to sell them a dream and not deliver on something like that. That's happened to me too many times from software providers for me to do that. So great demo with her today and very open and honest conversation. Tackling some VAT questions and challenges as well. Had a meeting with Paul, our payroll lead from Kent, the Kent team, and basically we were chatting about Apron and the payments facility that it offers and its pricing and how we can use that as a value added service. So for the payroll clients, which is great. So that's going to be rolling out soon. So yeah, lots and lots done, but not really sure what I've achieved at the same time. It's one of those funny days. So this afternoon I have got another client engager demo. I've got some tasks I want to get done, some emails I need to respond to, and then again I'm hoping for an earlier finish today. If I can get done for 3:30, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock even, I'd be very happy with that. So I can start my weekend and just, yeah, relax for a couple of days before next week. So next week's just mental. Monday afternoon I go through to Glasgow. Tuesday I'm in Glasgow. Wednesday I'm going down to Reading. Thursday I'm in Reading. Back very late Thursday night into Friday morning, and then a day in the office on Friday. So busy as always. Also got emails and social media posts going around at the moment. I've agreed to be a speaker on a webinar for Apron, promoting how payments can be done better, a better pricing model than all its competitors. So I'm looking forward to that as well. But yeah, that's Friday so far. A couple of hours left, hopefully, and I'll be done for the weekend. And it's a nice weekend with a race in Qatar this weekend for the F1, so I'm looking forward to that. I'll see you all in a bit. So you've probably seen that I've got this treadmill under my desk during this office tour I did last week. You might have seen some B-roll of me using it. Basically, when I used to sit at home in my bedroom office, or when we had an actual office in the city, I'd sit at my desk all day, getting rather fat and unhealthy. I developed gout. I had lots of back issues. So when I got my new office here, my garden office, I said to myself and my wife, I said, right, I'm going to get a standing desk. I'm going to make sure I stand all the time in work. And I do. I always stand up now. I never sit down at this desk. In fact, this desk doesn't even need to be electronically controlled like it is, because I'll never sit down at it. But as much as that was helping my back, it wasn't helping my weight issue. So what I said was I'd try this treadmill malarkey, and it's actually worked out quite all right. So what I try and do is I try and get a couple of miles a day on the treadmill. Try and do it at 5.5 miles an hour walking pace. So it's a brisk walk. But what I can actually get done is that I can actually cover that distance on here whilst answering emails, whilst messaging on Teams. So I am still being productive, and I'm not any real drastically slower at typing because of it. But it means my average step count for each day has gone from 3,000 to 4,000 steps on the day if I was lucky, whereas I'm now between 6,000 and 7,000 steps. Now I accept that's nowhere close to the 10,000 we're told we're meant to do every day. However, that improvement is going to be beneficial for me, even if it's only a slight improvement. It's little wins, it's little steps, no pun intended, but it's little wins and little steps towards a healthier lifestyle. So my standing at the desk all day every day has helped my back no end, and my walking, it's not reversed my obesity issues, but it's certainly helping to stave them off. But actually, by standing up all day, my circulation's better in my legs. And by walking as much more as I do, I've actually been able to come off my gout medication, and I've not had a single flare-up, which, considering the moment I used to come off my gout meds or forget to take them, I would have a flare-up, tells me I'm doing something right. So yeah, if you can master the whole typing, reading and stuff, and walking, then get a treadmill. Fantastic for your health. And if you can't handle the treadmill, at least get a standing desk, because that's going to be so much better for your back and your mobility and stuff. So standing desk and a treadmill is a big win from me. Okay, my 4 o'clock finish went out the window. I cursed myself there. It's 5 to 7 on Friday night, but hey ho. Just some clients having problems. One client's in quite a bit of financial difficulty, so we're just trying to resolve that, put a timeline in place for them to liquidate through Peter, our liquidation expert. Just holding their hands, making sure they understand all the steps, explaining that they can't do things until we've had that discussion and each time, and then we've come up with our timelines and we've got to follow that to make sure everything's succinct and all in order. But yeah, it's something we're doing more and more of at the moment, is this liquidation work, or we're referring clients to liquidators, should I say, and we're preparing their accounts and stuff for that. Just because they're struggling. They are struggling with a lot of debt at the moment, still struggling with that bounce back loan debt. But yeah, all done. I've got some ideas I want to sketch out over the weekend in my notes on different packages we're going to offer to people for year-end accounts for self-assessment tax returns and stuff, targeting those self-employed people. We've got a fantastic suite of tools that will allow us to do it quite quickly and efficiently. So we've got the capacity to increase the amount of self-assessments we're doing. So we're going to go for it. We're going to push it out and see what we can do. So yeah, not a bad week. Not a bad week at all. But I have to say, I'm so excited about going out and going on tour with the QuickBooks team, and Glasgow and Reading next week. I've got plans to meet QuickBooks people. I've got plans to meet up with who else was I meeting? Apron. I'm meeting guys from Apron for a chat. Lots of plans to catch up with people and say hello and sort all that out. So yeah, I'm really excited about next week. Next week's going to be a much more fun and interesting week with much more better content for you guys as well. But thank you very much for following us this week on A Day in the Life of me, Johann Goree. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Any comments, anything you want to see more of, stick it into the comments. And I look forward to showing you all the following week what I've been up to with my roadshow with QuickBooks. So yeah, thank you very much. Hello, my name's Johann. QuickBooks Advanced is a lot more powerful than QuickBooks Online. Okay, so I've decided to pack in work. It's about 5:15. But it's a good business. The owner just doesn't care. I'm not sure how much good content Liz is getting out of this.
We are live. I've got Johann Goree in the house.
And welcome to another episode of Ask the Accountant We Have Called Friends. Aaron and I actually met and came up with the idea of this podcast